In this video, we're going to look at the different components of the accounts receivable account. I call this the anatomy of accounts receivable. We're going to analyze each item that affects the accounts receivable account and then learn how to calculate the ending balance and other components of accounts receivable. The accounts receivable account has a beginning balance. To that beginning balance, you add any credit sales that occurred during the period. Then you subtract any collections from customers for accounts receivable during the period, and that gives you the ending balance of accounts receivable. Let's take a look at an example. In this example, they've told us that the beginning balance is 0. Credit sales are $100,000. Cash collections from accounts receivable is $70,000, so they collected $70,000 from customers to whom they've already provided services before, and they want to know what is the ending balance of accounts receivable. So all you need to do is just use this formula and calculate the ending balance. They told us that the beginning balance is 0, so let's put that here. They told us credit sales were $100,000, so $100,000 gets added to the beginning balance. Then you subtract any collections. They told us that collections was $70,000. $100,000 minus $70,000 gives us an ending balance of $30,000. So what is the ending balance of accounts receivable? It's $30,000. Let's look at another example. Again, same thing. This time they've given us beginning balance is $3,000, ending balance is $6,000, cash collections from accounts receivable is $84,000. They want to know what are credit sales for the year. Anytime you have 3 of the 4 numbers, algebraically you can calculate the 4th number. So let's see what they've given and then we'll try to figure out what's missing. Here they've told us that the beginning balance is $3,000, so I'm going to put $3,000 here. Our ending balance is $6,000, that goes over here. They've told us that cash collections from accounts receivable is $84,000, so collections get subtracted here. And then they want to know what our credit sales. Credit sales is this number. We don't know what it is, so we're just going to call it X for now, and then we're going to solve for X. If you write this out, what we're saying is 3,000 plus X minus 84,000 equals 6,000. And we can solve for X. X is equal to 6,000. We get rid of this 3,000. On this side, it becomes a minus 3,000. Then we have to get rid of this negative 84,000. When you move it to the other side, it becomes a positive 84,000. So you end up with X being equal to 87,000. It's 6,000 minus 3,000 plus 84,000. And X represents credit sales, so credit sales are 87,000. To make sure that you got the calculation correct, let's plug that number back to make sure your ending balance is correct. I'm going to do that in a different number. So to make sure that you got that correct, start with 3,000 beginning balance. You determine that credit sales were 87,000. Those are added to the beginning balance. Then you subtract 84,000. And if you did that correctly, you should get 6,000 as an ending balance. Do you get 6,000? Yes, you do. Therefore, you calculated your credit sales correctly. That's it for this video. Please let me know if you have any questions.